The other thing that is said here in verse 14 is that whatever God does endures forever. And so Joseph's seasons of suffering were really just a small sentence in a broader story, the last chapter of which has already been written and published and is everlasting. And in that last chapter for Joseph and everybody who's anchored into Jesus Christ through faith, here's what happens in that last chapter of the Godward life. Joy becomes the durable thing, and sorrow becomes the terminal thing, and the immortality rate becomes one person for every one person. It's what our brother Jeremy Casella calls death in reverse, right? Resurrection, all things new, every day better than the day before. That's the last and everlasting chapter of every life that we wrongly assume ends with there's a time to die. Bonhoeffer has said about death, and he said this while he was awaiting execution for opposing Hitler. He said, the death of a Christian is a supreme festival on the road to freedom. As we look ahead even to our own death, we've got a festival right in front of us every Lord's Day, which, just like Jesus on the cross, required some death in order to become nourishment for us. You know that some wheat had to die. Some eggs had to die. Some grapes had to die in order to prepare this feast that's going to nourish us in a few moments. In the same way that Jesus had to die in order to secure the final everlasting chapter where God will make everything beautiful in its time, where joy will become the durable thing and sorrow will become the terminal thing. And so in the meantime, what do? If you read on to verses 12 and 13, it says, do good, be joyful, and take pleasure in God's gifts.